Okay, so hi, I'm Karen. My website is karentinney.co.uk. You can find me there for healings, readings, mediumship, etc. I've just recorded about 20 minutes of a tarot and I've lost it. So I was rabbiting on, maybe that's why. I was talking a lot of info at the start, which was probably not why you've tuned in. So what I'm going to do is just read the cards that came up. I was just starting into them, and then if my list of information actually starts to become relevant, I'll include that as well. But perhaps it's because I was talking too much at the start. 15 minutes of chat. So I'm just going to go straight into the card reading. Today is Saturday the 25th. So good luck to everyone who's in the draw for the house in Downings, County Donegal. There is a prize of winning that house. I have got a couple of tickets. But the draw is this evening, I believe. And good luck to everyone who's entered that. What a beautiful prize. And you're supporting GAA in Armagh. But Saturday 25th, I'm not at work today. I have some time off. I've been doing lots of interesting things, decluttering, shifting the energy. Last night I was feeling loads of downloads, loads of waves of energy coming in. I don't know if anyone else felt that. So there's definitely something new, something is changing. And I got rid of so much old stuff, so much clothes that I like. Even still, I like things. And I had to say to myself, no, some of the stuff can't fit into anymore. And I had to accept that and let it go. And in a way, embrace who I am now. Embrace my size. Embrace the new me that's coming down. Sorry, my foot's on the little board at under the skirting board. So embrace the new me and what that means. So let me read the cards. Let's start. Oh, well, that's super interesting because I was reading. No, okay, it's fine. I did it wrong. Okay, so the first card is the devil. So the devil is a toxic connection. The devil can be relationship wise. So if it is relationship, it can be a narcissist. It can be a narcissist around you who can be charming and can turn it on every now and again, but is very controlling. And when it doesn't go their way, they will let you know, and then they can love bomb you, and then they can control you again. The narcissist will always get what they need. You are their supply, and they will make you feel less than. So they chip away at your self-esteem. And then they love bomb you, so you think, oh, everything's fine, everything's rosy in the garden again, and then they say something like, you know, you're crazy, or I didn't say that, or your thoughts are wrong, and they might pull you away from family. So there's this energy of this negativity, this toxicity in your life. Now, it might not be obvious, it might not be crystal clear, and this person might not be a bad person, you know, but there is some sort of poisoned tongue that seems to be coming forward, where they might be saying things to separate you from family, to put things in your mind where they are more important. So remain connected to all your connections. It's very important that everybody has connections and they're not just solely focused on their partner, because you may need support in different ways going forward in the future, and your partner isn't meant to supply all of your needs, so you are meant to have other members of society for support in different ways. It's too much to ask one person to fulfill everything, and vice versa. They should not be asking you to fulfill all of their needs. That's kind of a toxic situation, and this idea of that one person and that's all you need, it's not. We need integration with everyone. So just be mindful of this person who can be charismatic, can be very charming, can really, you know, boost you and boost your confidence, and, you know, keep you on side when they need something. So it's like then they come in and they'll get something, they'll ask for something, they require something. They require your obedience in a way somehow. So just be mindful of that type of energy around. You might feel chained to it. You might feel there's nothing left in this relationship, but we're just stuck here. You know, what happens is it can happen in long marriages where people are together for a long time and it's just fizzled out. The fire, which they're trying to reignite here, the fire is kind of gone. So you have to decide what you want to be in. Are you in something that has turned toxic, that you feel chained to, that you feel you can't escape? There may be a block here to your creativity. There's a block to your conscious awareness. There's a block to your seeing through. You know, you might have dreams and ideas yourself that you want to take part in and you want to move forward in, but then you have a block, so you just, this block comes in and you can't move forward. So that's kind of the devil energy stopping you, which can be the ego, it can be your own ego stops you from moving forward. So it's being aware of that as well, that you know, if you wanted to step on a stage, or if you wanted to give a talk, or if you wanted to even go for an interview in some other work that you hadn't done before, and the ego can say, no, 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 stay safe where you are, don't go out there, don't say that, don't speak up, because, you know, what if you fail, what if you, that's the ego, and it's kind of trying to protect you, but it also stops you. It stops you moving on. It stops you becoming the person that you're destined to be. So you have to be very mindful of getting to know the ego, and getting to know when the ego is trying to help you. And then what you can say is, it's okay, ego, I recognize that you're there, and I recognize that you're trying to help me. But if I stand on this stage and give this presentation, I'm not going to die. It's going to be okay. Even if it's not a great presentation, it's good, what's the word? Practice. It's good practice for me to do this. So thank you, ego. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting me. But I'm going to ask you to step back for this one. So you can't speak to your ego like that. The devil can also be third eye opening, so Kundalini rising, third eye opening, psychic senses opening, manifesting. So he's working with the dark here. It's not the dark, it's the black, it's the void. So it's where everything is birthed from. All creativity resides in the void. All pure potential resides in the void. So it's this awakening of your third eye to understand how your psychic senses, how your higher consciousness is connected to this void, this field of energy, and how to use that to bring what you want into your life. So there's, with the devil as well, there is this awakening of this psychic sense. And how are you going to use that moving forward? Balancing your masculine and feminine. So there needs to be a balancing of that. And that can be your awakening, is understanding your masculine side, understanding your feminine side, and learning how to balance the two. So you can raise the energy, so you can see psychically and receive information psychically. There was certainly a lot of psychic energy being downloaded to me last night, and I wonder if anybody else noticed it as well, if it was just around the world, because it was quite intense. The next card we have is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is a card where you think, yeah, let's spin the wheel, let's take a bet, let's buy a ticket. So perhaps we were chained to the old way. We've done a declutter. We've cleared out the wardrobe. We've cleared what was catching dirt, what was keeping us stuck, what was keeping us held. That energy in a declutter that you release, it's releasing this energy, the toxicity. And you might have taken a bet on something, taken a punt. The world is this movement from, you can see they're going up to the top. So then, you know, you'll be at the top, a really good place in your life at some point, but also the wheel spins and you might come down and not be in a very good place. So the world moves in these cycles, but also, you know, we have seen that the stock markets move in cycles. You know, all of these financial predictions and things, they seem to fall into a pattern. So it's just to be aware that what goes up must come down, what goes down must come up again. So if you're feeling down on your luck, it's going to get better. If you're feeling really good and things couldn't get better, just take it easy, because, you know, if you can cruise along the top, that's great. But there are going to be still bumps. Things come up for us all of the time to deal with, to get through. So just be aware of that. But the Wheel of Fortune can point to taking a risk on something, taking a gamble. You don't know how it's going to turn out. So like you have the big wheel, you spin it and it's going round and round. You've got all this money in the wheel and you're just hoping that the arrow lands on the one, but you don't know which one it's going to land on. But you've taken that gamble, you've taken that punt, you've bought that ticket, but you don't know the outcome yet. So it is pointing to that. If there's something in your life which you want to go towards, maybe take that risk. You know, whatever was blocking you, maybe it's worth taking a risk, because, you know, she's blindfolded here. So you don't see the outcome. You don't see the result, but it's worth taking that risk. And what could that lead to? That could lead to happy families. So the 10 of Cups is a beautiful card of happy families. So it's family within, it's kind of like the perfect family scenario. You have the children, you have the parents, you have the grandparents, you have the dog, you have the castle, the home, you have enough money and abundance. So money is going to come in to support this new doorway that you're going to walk through, where everything is provided, where you have your home, you have your work situation, you have your relationship, you have the family connections that you need, you have the pets that you want in your life, or the animals, or the countryside. You know, you have everything that you could need. It is full of money and full of achievement. And it is this multi-generational relationship as well. So this a connectedness to all aspects of, you know, children, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, grandparents, that type of thing. So whatever you take this risk on, it may result in you receiving back into your life this family network, this family connection, this family support. And it means that you will feel supported, like financially supported, you will feel emotionally supported, you will have a home. So whatever you're taking this risk on will lead you to this, it's just emotional contentment, this family, happy family type vibration. And then we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is somebody who's been waiting. Sorry, it should be like that. So he's upside down. He's hanging there, but he's not struggling. He can get out of there very easily. And he's between two very strong tree trunks. So there's that strength. There's that wood element. There's that, you know, he is supported. He has these two pillars of strength, which again could be your masculine and feminine sides, balancing it in the middle. So he's very balanced when he's hanging there. He's got a little halo, which he has hanging around in this position. He's gained a lot of wisdom. He's looking back at the other cards. So he's looking back at all these cards, and that has given him a certain amount of wisdom, which will allow him to change his perspective. The idea is you turn him the right way around so he can change his perspective on something. So whatever you were looking at and how you were looking at it, there is a need to change that, need to change how you look at things. And you can see now that we've turned him the right way around, he is looking into the future. So he is looking into the cards that follow next. So you might have had to be patient. You might have had a period of waiting before you could move forward. But now your perspective is going to be completely different. So perhaps you've taken a gamble. Perhaps the winnings have come in. And now you see things completely differently. So how do you see things? You see things like the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups, you can see someone is walking away. So you're going to walk away from something. You're going to move away from something. The climb is not easy. It's going to have difficult patches. These hills are or mountain tops are very steep and difficult to climb. The cups are about love and emotion. So you might be moving away from something that you are emotionally attached to, moving away from something that you have had a lot of love for. But you are seeing that something has dropped out of it, something's missing, and you have realized that you do need to move on, you do need to move away, you do need to move forward with that. You may shed tears because there's a grief in this moving. There's a lot of water flowing down on this river. So there's certainly a grief here and having to kind of take your belongings and move away. But again, if, say, for example, you have won something, you will have to do that. To go and live in a home in a different country, for example, you would have to leave where you are. So you would have to leave your connections, your emotional ties, etc., to where you are. There is a new moon here, which I believe we've just had. Have we just had the full moon? Is this? I think we've had the new moon as well. I'm not sure with the moons, but there is a moon energy is here as well. So that would point to like evening time. I think we are new moon now. But certainly something is missing in where you are, something is missing in what you have, which could point back to the relationship, which there's no more life left in it. You know, there's a lot of emotional connection to it, and you're going to have to take this risk. You don't know what the outcome is, but what you're looking for is a happy family. You need to change your perspective. What can you do? What wisdom can you gain? You've been waiting for it to change, but it didn't change. So what are you going to do? You're going to walk away. You're going to walk away because you know it's the right thing. It's the right thing for you. Why? Because your heart is broken and there needs to be heart healing. So this card, it looks pretty bad because it's kind of, you know, you were hurt in the past, you're hurt in the present, you're hurt in the future. But we see this more as if you regurgitate over and over the pains of your heart, then you're not getting anywhere. You're not healing. You're not advancing. You're not clearing your energy. You're simply staying stuck and you're becoming bitter. And that bitterness doesn't only affect you and your energy and your physiology, but then it affects everyone around you because that's what you're emitting. So when there's heartbreak, and heartbreak is a real kind of life path, a life transition thing, life lesson. You know, you almost need to have your heart broken a few times to kind of really understand the heart, understand love, understand what it means to want to be with somebody, and how they can fit in your life and how you can fit in their life. And it doesn't always work out. So there has to be heartbreak and disappointment and rejection sometimes. But this card points to it's time to heal that heart. We've got butterflies all around the window. So it's time to transform that pain, change that pain, change the suffering. I mean, it might be relationship as in love relationship. It might be friendships. It might be people that hurt you, you know, as friendships. It could be family. Somebody might be hurting you and you don't know it within the family. You're not clearly seeing it. But it's time to work on the heart energy. So work on the heart, support the heart. And if you are leaving something, if you've had to walk away, if you've left, you know, this emotional situation, these emotional ties, you know that you had to walk away. You know there was nothing left. And it hurts. You know, there might be 3 people involved in some sense. But what it's saying to you is it's time to now heal that heart. It's time for that heart to beat again, perhaps for someone new. There's a lot of birds here, so there's a freedom. So it's like you've been giving your freedom as well. And I see sort of seagulls, looks like seagulls, as angels. So usually when they're around, I kind of liken them to angels being around. And so use the angelic world to help. Just call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Shamuel, and Archangel Christiel, and they will help you. It's moving to the higher. You've got the eagles here, so bear with. The eagles, so that's the higher perspective. So it's almost like you have to take yourself out of that human viewpoint. So again, with the Hanged Man, it's changing your perspective. So he's this way, we need to change our perspective. So higher perspective on this, let's change how we look at it, and let's move into the higher perspective, because that's the best way. Because like I don't know if I said this in the first video or this video, the narcissist isn't necessarily they don't know necessarily that they're narcissists. Often they don't. It's an energetic vampire type thing. But also people who are just, a bit controlling or a bit over controlling of your life, or what you do, or who you are, or how you're being. I read something, it's just not that they're bad people necessarily. You just don't resonate with them. It just isn't a match. It's like with marketing, it has to be a fit. If it's not fitting, then stop trying to make it fit. It's like round peg, square hole. It's not going to fit. So there's this need to understand, let's send love and healing to the other, and understand that the vibration is just different, and we're just not meant to be together because the vibration is different. And it may have felt toxic, and it may have felt that you were chained to this person, that you were stuck with them, but you've actually set fire to it, and you've released yourself. You've taken the risk, released yourself. You're still maintaining happy family boundaries. You're still happy to keep family connections, etc., which is good. Keep that growing, keep that positivity. But in a sense, you've been freed up to really. It's like carrying a weight, or when something isn't working, that becomes the obsession almost. But when you release it, then you realize that how much you can give to people in your family, how much you can give to people around you, how much you can give to that person who's no longer in your life, because the tie isn't there. You've changed your perspective on it. You've turned it upside down. You've been waiting for this. You've been patient. But yes, you've walked away from it. Yes, you've taken these steps. Yes, it's been hard. It's hurt. But we're moving into the Seven of Cups. So a lot of emotion, a lot of self-reflection. You can see the reflection here in the water. Time for self-reflection. I need to understand what you want to bring with you. I need to understand and really get into your emotions. It's about choices. What choices are you making as you go forward? Where is your focus now? Are you spending a lot of time thinking on that? It's the same shadow image. Are you spending a lot of time thinking of the pains of that? Or are you prepared to move forward? Do you have concerns about a home? Do you have concerns about success? All of these elements, healing, Kundalini, we've got the snake, we've got the diamond, so that could be spirit as well. We've got the bird, the freedom, the dragon, these higher vibrations. And also it's confusion, it's illusion. So are all your thoughts in the clouds now? You like going, I'll dream up this scenario, and I'll dream up that scenario, and I'll dream up that scenario. But it's all in the clouds. It's not real. So you might be spending a lot of time daydreaming. You might be spending a lot of time just, thinking, which isn't a bad thing if you're into manifesting, but you have to kind of get to grips with it and do it properly with focus, etc. But this guy's just kind of chilling and relaxing and kind of wondering about his life and daydreaming. So let's see if we can get some guidance on that. So let's go to Archangel Michael first. Hope you're enjoying the reading. And if it makes sense, let me know in the... It can be something that happened in the past. It can be something that's happening to somebody you know. It can be something that's happening to you. Or it can be coming up for you. So it's just like a little heads up on how the energy might change should you want to change the situation. So we've got 3 Archangel Michael cards. And... oh no, we've only got 2. I thought there was 3. Wow. New beginnings and a fresh start. So we have had the ending. We have come to the end. We have taken a risk. We are moving forward. and we are stepping into this new beginning. We have decluttered, we have cut the ties, we have more to do. There's always more to do, but we have shifted the energy, and we are going to be introduced to a new beginning. So this guy is floating over what looks like, I don't even know if it's our world. It looks like a world, or the sun, or the core of the earth. Let's see, it could be Venus or Mars. And this is, the angel wings are wide open. And it says, thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past, which is what I was mentioning. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. So life is changing, and you need to trust that you're going in the right direction. And it can be difficult, because that's what happens when you spin this wheel. You don't know how it's going to turn out, but it's saying trust life. Okay, I'll just turn that away a little bit, because it's covering the, I don't know if it's too bright for the, is that a bit better? Oh, it's the wrong way. Oh, isn't that lovely? Michael's there, ready to receive. So new beginnings and a fresh start coming in. Excellent. And you can make this work for you in whatever way. So if it's work related, if you're chained to something, you take a punt on, you know, trying something different, because you're looking for that happy ever after. So change your perspective. You've been waiting a while, you've been patient, so you are going to have to cut your losses and move away from something. And it's going to hurt your heart. So just be careful of the illusions that you're setting up for yourself of how things can be, but very much a new beginning and a fresh start is coming. And if you are, I'm trying to get my hair to sit properly. If you are trying to have new relationships, Michael's saying romance angels are helping you. So that can be why you do a declutter as well, why you clear out your home, your space, you tidy, because you're welcoming in the new energy, you're welcoming in romantic energy, and to be comfortable and confident of welcoming people into your home. Make sure that your home is looking the best that it can, but also that the energy is right. So it means tidying and clearing and dusting and getting rid of the old energy, and letting go of who you were in past relationships, letting go of who you were with all the other people that you got involved with. The romance angels are coming in to help you now, because if you're doing that, if you're clearing the energy, they can see, and they can see that you're making steps towards clearing this energy. And so then they come in to assist you as well. It says, dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make healthful life changes, and for arranging for us to meet. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello, so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. So that's it. So it is that moving forward into that happy relationship. The angels, the cupids are on overtime now. They're doing a little bit of extra work, and they're working to bring you together with somebody. And it's very much surrounded by love and a new beginning. So this is a new relationship, a new beginning. And because even if, you know, we look at, you know, being stuck with somebody and trying to get away, etc., and this need to leave, this energy that this can just be past relationships. We don't have to be in one that we're trying to get out of. This just can be the energy that we associate with past relationships. If they didn't work, we may have a toxic, a negative association with relationships and what relationships mean. And so there is this need to clear that, to welcome in the new. There's a need to release that, to break that chain to those people that we were involved with, to the people we know, with love, but understanding that we're not necessarily moving away because of a heartbreak, but we're moving to we want the 10 of Cups. This is the 8. So we're actually, there's not enough here. There's not enough. We're not getting enough. So it's not that we're desolate and we're moving away from something that is traumatic. We're actually moving to this new part of our life which will heal our life. We're moving to this soulmate who will take out the swords. We're going to have choices coming up for us. We need to self-analyze. We need to self-care. We need to self-reflect. Who are we? Because we're moving into this new beginning. Okay? Sorry, I had to fix my hair. It's really annoying me today. Let's ask the Priestess of Light. A little bit of fluff flying around. Priestess of Light are very good oracle decks, and they tend to read like the tarot. They very much resonate every time I do them. I'll just give them a little shuffle to make sure they're all shuffled, and hopefully that'll give us some information on this new beginning, on the Romance Angels. So just be aware, just be open, just work on your energy centers. Like I said, bringing those angels, Shamuel for the heart, Christiel for relationship, Michael just to give you the courage to step forward, and Raphael again working with the heart energy and bringing abundance into your life, abundance of love. So we're going to ask Priestess of Light, and perhaps this is, you know, you're in a relationship and there's a need to transform it, there's a need to clear it up, there's a need to bring it into this new beginning. You know, you might be in a long relationship and don't know why I'm coughing, things might be a bit stale. So you might need to take a risk on changing things up. You might need to change your perspective. How can I fix this? How can I be different? How can I heal the heart? You know, perhaps you've said something to someone and hurt them. Perhaps they've said stuff to you and hurt you. Perhaps they're saying stuff about you. How can you see that for what it is as well? Don't get caught in a delusion. See the truth of that. But it might be renewing this new beginning. The Romance Angels might be coming in to try and renew. But also know when it's time to cut loose. Know when it's time to walk away. Okay, that's way too many. Okay, I'm going to take the first one. I'm still not sure about the other two. So let me have, usually the wrong way around. It's the wrong way around. Can I have 2 cards, please, for this reading? I just think the first one is spot on, but just for whoever's watching, can we give them a message, please? Whoever's watching, a message that they need to hear, which will bring this read together. A message for whoever's watching, please. Come on, guys. Angels, spirits, guides. Okay, that one. Yeah, that's the one. And one more, please. That's 2. Okay, we'll just keep those out. So, I usually read these because I don't know them off by heart. I mean, the main message is pretty clear. Okay. So definitely these first 3 are important. The 4th one is good as well. Bear with. So, first one, wings of light, becoming something new. Look at her speeding ahead there, changing into a light being. Rushing into the future. Rushing ahead at speed. So this new beginning and becoming something new. That light is not good. Is it better without it? It's very dark though, isn't it? Very dark without it. I think we need it. Let me just change it 1 second. I think that might be a bit better, isn't it? You can see it a bit better there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to find it in the book and read it for you. It's just pouring outside. So nothing nicer than on a day where you're off. I used to love when I was young. It'd be raining outside and the open fire would be on and we get the colouring books out and do some art. So reading cards, making paintings, that's what I'll be doing today. So one of those days, minus the open fire. Okay, so the priestess in this card moves to the right, the future, with great speed and purpose. Wings of light and vibrating waves of rainbow energy propel her forward. Get ready for this card. For this card heralds magnificent and colourful changes coming your way. A powerful time of personal transition, perhaps even total transfiguration, is upon you. Your spirit is working from within to bring radical shifts in your attitude and energy. Old feelings of being stuck will drop away with every step forward you take. This shift can be so significant that it could redefine you and reveal the essential nature of your soul. Even your appearance may change. On a practical level, something you're working on might be just about to take off, or this may mark an accelerated external move, a sudden change of personal residence, or even an unexpected work relocation. When this card appears in your spread, make sure you take note of which others are laid out on each side. These cards could indicate some specific details about the types of changes on the horizon. Be open to these and other new adventures. The affirmation, if you want it, is I open up to the light and the inner power of my true eternal self. I am willing to change, to make new choices, and to move in new directions. I'm open to the light and the inner power of my true eternal self. I'm willing to change, to make new choices, and to move in new directions. That's amazing. And the one next to it is Romance Angels are helping you, and new beginnings and becoming something new. So the energy has definitely shifted. That declutter yesterday for me, massive burst of energy. It overtook me. I even thought twice about it. I walked away from the room and thought, what am I thinking of just suddenly starting a whole clothes declutter right now? And it was like, then I came back to the room and I just started it. I didn't even think. It was like I was taken over. I didn't even think about it. It was so bizarre, but so amazing and brilliant, and it's done. And I'm letting go of who I was, who I was when I fitted into those clothes, who I thought I was, why I thought I would ever get back into them. Why would I want to? Now I'm a different person. Now I should be having different clothes, having different things, you know? So really embracing this newness, embracing this new beginning, and needing to do clear out of your house. And it can be anything from the objects you have, the plants you have, the paintings you have, the pictures you have. It can be anything, but there is change. It's time to freshen things up. Yeah, there's newness coming, and with the speed of this, it's now, it's quickly. Next to that, we have a beautiful one, which is Earth Magic, and you can see the horse here. So again, that shamanic traveler, that going on a journey, that Native American influence, which I love. And it says fearlessness, removing obstacles. So we had that earlier about the blocks in your life, cutting away the blocks. I hope that was recorded in this one. I've said all of that, and I don't know if it was the first video or this one, but certainly these people are chained to a huge block. So the idea is that we have these blocks in our lives that stop us moving, that we feel are in our way, and we can easily let loose from these chains and get over that block. But because of our mind and because of our continued thinking in this way, we don't. We think it's impossible, but that's why we have the Hanged Man. You think you can't do that, but you change your perspective, change how you look on it. And that's the removal of obstacles. So let's see what it tells us. It's 26. It says the energy of this priestess of the horse brings movement and magic into your life. The horse, a creature of power, has long represented freedom. We had freedom with the birds as well. This card signals that the time is right for you to free yourself of obstacles blocking your movement forward. You may have been hesitant or even afraid to face these obstacles before, but there is greater courage growing within you now. Take a look at your life to determine what needs to be done. The obstacles may be external to you, perhaps a friendship, a place, or even a job or a task that brings negative energy to your life. Or the blocks may be more personal, taking the form of worry, self-criticism, or other negative thought patterns, unhealthy or self-sabotaging behaviors and habits that can be blocking you as well. All of these obstacles, whether inner or outer, may be part of your daily life and as such may seem insurmountable. But it is time to fearlessly choose to prioritize and honor yourself. This beautiful galloping steed represents your true power to break through, to remove old obstacles and to move forward on your soul's path. The grounding energy of the earth will always support you and bring real magic when you make the honoring choice. The affirmation is, I have the power to remove any inner or outer blocks. I am fearless in my choice to honor myself and my life. I have the power to remove any inner or outer blocks. I am fearless in my choice to honor myself and my life. Beautiful. So again, becoming something new, remove the blocks, have courage, move forward. And then we have balance. We have balance and stability and standing firm. That's a lovely card as well. And that tells us, I don't think we've read this one before, not for a while anyway. But 4 is stability, 4 is foundation, 4 is building. I thought I could hear something outside. I'll carry on. The priestess of balance walks a steady line, looking ahead yet staying centered. This card is telling you that restoring order and balance to your life will be important at this time. So take a good look at the energy and the effort you expend every day. If something's disproportionate, it may cause you to lose your center, your stamina, and even your peace of mind. Ask yourself, are you engaging too much in too much work and not enough fun? Too much taking care of others and too little caring for yourself? What about practical matters? Are you eating healthfully and drinking enough water? Are you getting enough muscle movement and peaceful relaxation? All these approaches, it was so funny, I was saying that, and there was a little quiver vibration off my top lip when I said muscle movement. It was really weird, it was like vibration. It was quite strange. Of course, because voice is just sound, it's just vibration. That was so funny. Are you getting enough muscle movement and peaceful relaxation? All these approaches can easily be abandoned when you get busy or stressed, but those are precisely the times when you need stability and balance most. Sorry. Notice the light in the palms of this priestess, right and left. Receptive and active are energized, extending up to the universal connection. She displays an equal focus on yin and yang, so that's masculine and feminine, balancing, and calls for you to become more energetically conscious. If you tend to be passive, it's time to stand firm in support of your own higher intentions. Yet if you tend to be active with little or no reflection on meaning or purpose, now is the moment goodness, that was a car. It's kind of scary noise. Now is the moment to look inward and find some balance there. You can achieve balance simply by paying attention to the needs of your daily life. When you make choices that honor your body, spirit, and personal priorities, you create the stability and stamina necessary to see you through to the fruition of your greatest dreams and desires. The affirmation is, I have the power to prioritize myself. I choose to live a balanced, healthy, and honoring life. I have the power to prioritize myself. I choose to live a balanced, healthy, and honoring life every day. Amazing. Thank you. And the other one, just to finish, which was wisdom. This is learning, joy, art, and music. And it's got two beautiful swans there. So that's the romance. That's the swans coming in to meet each other. And by being in joy, being in, finding things that bring you joy, your vibration will be attractive. People will be attracted to you. Life, abundance will be attracted to you if you create that sense within yourself. Just some people are just so happy and joyful and fun to be around, and you're just attracted to their energy because they're in a good feeling place. And not fake energy. I think we're all going to start to realize the difference between someone who's putting it on and someone who's truly actually happy with themselves and content with themselves. I think if you're happy and content with yourself, then people feel safe in your company and they're drawn to you. And you have that wisdom because you've learned through all the trials, you've learned through all the life experiences, and you are now ready to move into this new experience with this wisdom. So what does it tell us about the joy? It says, Goddess Sarasvati holds a musical instrument in two hands and extends her other arm outward in joy. She stands at the door to the temple, encouraging you to enter a new period of learning and exploration. So again, this newness. This card heralds a time of deepening wisdom for you. It may be gained through personal investigation or through school or other formal courses of study. Don't dismiss this potential for learning. There is a profound gratification that comes from this pursuit, whatever the subject may be. And this may relate to those who are going back to school, so it's almost back to school time. It's possible that your path of study will relate to some form of art or music. If you have an interest in those or other creative endeavours, now will be the time to dive right in. Take a class, go to a museum, or surround yourself with the music and art forms that brings you joy. The swan represents the connection between mind and heart. And as you open your mind to greater understanding and to the joyous new experiences, your heart will glow with inner satisfaction. In addition, your life force will sing with beauty, grace, and irresistible attraction. The affirmation is, I always choose to learn and grow. The music and art of life inspires me. I always choose to learn and grow. The music and art of life inspires me. And it does. Sometimes when I'm going somewhere or in a shop or just walking somewhere, I'll just put on a tune that I really, really like, and it elevates my energy. It changes my frequency. It changes how I think. It changes how I'm feeling. So use art, use music, use whatever creative endeavors you can to help shift your consciousness, because your consciousness is in your physical as well. Your physical is a part of your conscious being. So you're changing your physical by shifting the energy. Really, really important. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of the little abundance card decks. These are the card decks I got at the Lavender Path in Letterkenny with Sharman-Burke, who is a wonderful angelic Reiki master as well. Let's get so these are really good because they just say what's, it's exactly what it says on the tin kind of thing. So what do we need to know about this situation? What do we need to know about this moving into this new beginning? This is very positive and I'm very hopeful for this. Okay, so a few have just jumped out. Oh, quite a lot have jumped out. So the first one is deepening. It's a black cat, so it's that witchy element. So I was talking in my first video about herbs, spices for your health of your body, keeping your body healthy and balanced, and how Big Pharma will come in and take a herb and take something out of it and synthesize it, you know, make it artificially, but you're missing all the other goodness in the herb. So there's the aspect of, you know, when you use herbs and spices, like even in cooking, just putting in thyme and oregano and turmeric and ginger and chili maybe, or paprika, or I use basil, parsley, sage, you know, all of these different things. They have just got so much in them as well. So it just makes me think of the cat, because the cat goes with the Queen of Wands, and it's about sort of witchiness and potions and herbs, etc. So just be mindful that when you take something for your health, that if you find it in nature, you can always get like a host more really good sustaining things in it as well. But so what am I seeing? I'm seeing the cat, I'm seeing leaves, I'm seeing butterflies, red star. It's a deepening, it's very earthy color. So connection with animals, connection with nature, deepening. You know, we are moving in our consciousness, and as we move in our consciousness, we are also deepening our connection to nature, deepening our connection to the plants around us, deepening our connection to the animals around us, really connecting and hearing them and listening and speaking to them. You know, the animals can talk, the plants can talk, trees can talk to you. They can emit communication, and you can receive it, and you can emit communication and they receive it. They're very wise. Anyway, it says, once you're, oh yeah, like 9 lives kind of thing. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping, detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. Well, that moves into as well, shifting who you are now. So, you know, even yesterday we were somebody in the past. Today we're today. Tomorrow we'll be a slightly different person because of what we experienced today. So you're always moving from who you were. And the same with decluttering, changing, letting go. That is no longer how I want to be, no longer how I want to dress, no longer what I want in my home, and no longer, you know, it's like redecorating. It's like, I don't want it to look like this anymore. It needs to look different. That's understanding your energetic changes, and that the environment needs to support it. And it says, once you've lived enough lifetimes, you will have that non-grasping, detachment and surrender. So when you do decluttering, etc., you have this massive surrendering of who you were when you wore it, surrendering of where you were when you wore it, surrendering of that old you, that old shape of you, and being okay, detaching, letting it go. And letting go is really, really important. Clearing is a simplifying life, getting organized, simplifying, detaching, and also with the relationship wise, detaching from your broken heart, detaching from what hurt you in the past, surrendering that pain because it made you who you are. It opened your heart. It makes you compassionate, makes you understanding of other people. So someone comes to you and they want to tell you about a situation, you go, you understand it because you've had similar situations. So it's helping you have that relationship with that person. It's helping you talk to them. So that non-grasping, that detachment, that surrender, that's when you feel there's a thing in Tai Chi, the reason we collect a lot of stuff, the reason we want more and more and more is because we feel not enough inside. We feel there's not enough space within us, so we buy, you know, big houses to house us, not understanding that actually if you create space within, you don't need it without. So it's this understanding of, you know, you don't need everything, you don't need to own everything. When you're content inside, you'll need less and less and less and less. And therefore, simplifying life, simplifying the world you live in, simplifying your home, simplifying your wardrobe, because it's easier to manage, and then you can do other things. Okay, what else we got? Intuition. This keeps coming up. So your intuition is awakening. The heart center is certainly starting to see clearly. The heart center is certainly starting to inform you. It's a good place to, connect with first. So the heart informs the brain. So before you're able to think about things, the heart receives the information. It's electromagnetically receiving the information. And it's a need to tune into that intuition, tune into what you feel, and go with it. Go with your intuition, go with your gut feeling, because when you don't, you regret it. Many people will say, did you have a gut feeling about that? Who had a nudge to do something? Did you do it? No. Do you regret not doing it? Yes, because I should have done it. I knew it. Kind of went, oh, finish that sentence off, and then you don't, and then you forget the whole thing that you've written. But you knew something inside said, just finish it, but you didn't. And it's this gut intuition. It says, each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. And this is your guiding light. So, you're going on this new start. Bring your intuition with you. Start tuning into that gut instinct. We all have it. Men have it, women have it. Men use it a lot in business. They use gut instinct. So we all, and females, we're very intuitive. We are very connected to our intuition. So we got to start using it now. There's dots here. We got to start using it now. We got to start bringing that sensory, because that's what we're doing. We're sensing, and then that's informing us. So we have to pay attention to that. And then it's got it upside down right now, but it's like a beautiful Buddha meditating. So peacefulness, right here, right now. Where are you now? Bring that peace to you right now. So maybe you're not feeling peaceful. Maybe you're feeling a bit aggy, because you're in this transition, because you're moving out of this thing which has held you captive, because you're having to do a bit of healing. Because you're not sure of your choices, so you're missing this peace. It's upside down because you're missing that peacefulness. You're missing that serenity. But that's okay, because when you're going through changes, you're not going to have that serenity all of the time. And it says, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. So you're moving, this new beginning's coming in, whether it's romance, whatever it is, it's coming in to help you. Don't overthink it. Don't get too far ahead and go, yeah, but what if? Don't worry. That's why, if you're thinking that, you're not in the now. The now is where the power is. Right here, right now, this moment with you is where it's at, is where it's happening. This energy, this vibration. It says, you'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled in each moment. Don't get too far ahead of the flow. Stay in the present. So know that. And it can be something like, for example, say you were going to win something. And then you start thinking, well, how would I manage that? And what would I do with it? And what if that happened? And so say I won the lottery, for all this money. So who do I give it to? And how do I split it up? And what are the tax implications on that? And stop getting too far ahead. Be here now and just be in the abundant energy, be in the winning energy, be in the gratitude energy, to be here and to have these options and these choices available to you, things that are wishful thinking, and so don't overthink, don't spend all your time in your head, because then you're not in your present, you're not here, you're going, oh, dun, 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 dun. That's okay for a minute to create, to manifest, to decide how you want it to look. But then you have to come back into today. You have to come back into now. And what are you doing right now? What are you doing today? What have you set up today? What are you going to try and achieve today? Actual things, getting things done, like trying to get a book finished, like reading the book. Actual action. to get that out of the way. That's decluttering for me, because it's on my mind that I need to finish it, and it'll be on my mind. So if I just do it, read it, finish it, it's done. I can take it back to the library, be very happy. Then we have your path. So this is your path. The path is opening up for you. You're going to start to see that the road becomes clear. I'm seeing a clearing away of a path, and you will see it move forward, and you will see that it is leading somewhere, and you know you're moving forward on this road. So it's not questionable. You are moving. Life is taking you forward. It says, "Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions." So move forward, know that there's a path. Yes, the ego might get in the way to try and save you and stop you. Yes, you might be fearful because you can't see the end of the path. What do we have? Spin the wheel, take a risk. Take a risk, take a gamble. She can't see, she's blindfolded, she can't see the end of it. But it's worth it, because this is your path. Your path is opening up. We have a new beginning. Your path is opening up. Oh my God, we're over an hour already. Trust. That just said trust as well. Trust, trust, trust. And it says, "Allow me, Divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them." So offer it up, surrender it up. Don't take too much on. If you are worrying about stuff, send it to the higher. If you are worried about what you will receive, don't worry. Your palms are open. You are going to receive this beautiful gift. You are going to get there. But just when the fears arise, trust that it's your path. Trust that this is a new beginning. You're moving down in this new direction, and you need to reframe. So reframe is like the Hanged Man. So he was upside down. We need to change our perspective. Was this the word I was looking for? I was saying refocus, but it's reframe. It's reframe. That's the word I was looking for. This is happening for me, not to me. Wow. And look at the gift. The gifts are coming in with the butterflies. The gift, look at that. You've got the butterflies, so you send off this desire in trust and faith. You're sending it off to the heavens, and it comes back to you. It comes back to you as a gift with the butterfly energy. Transformed. You've transformed something, and it's happening for you, not to you. So this is not life slapping you in the face. This is life energy guiding you. This is life energy maneuvering you to the right place so you can receive. You can receive this beautiful gift that is here for you. There's just so much goodness here. Right, let's do one. We've gone over the hour anyway, so I tried to keep it to an hour, but let's do an Egyptian to see if they can give us some. Shall we just have one Egyptian card and then maybe one Lenormand? That's too many, guys. That's way too many. But can we have one Egyptian, please? One Egyptian card. Just gives us another perspective, another card, so another type of, what would you say? Okay, so that's turned over, so we'll go with that one. Imhotep, Temple Healing. Very cool. And let's see what Imhotep says. So there he is. How cool is he? And Imhotep was one of the first medics, wasn't he? He was the one who had a lot of healing capabilities and healing methods. And I think he wrote, yeah, he's got a scroll and a feather there, so I think he wrote a lot of medicinal things down back in the day. And he's got the pyramid behind him and lots of blue. He's really quite stunning. So let's see what Imhotep says, number 17. And again, the blues and the golds, I'm loving it. Okay, try and hold it there. Sorry if my hands shake. Imhotep is the god of healing and medicine, a great sage who was originally human and known as a skilled physician, healer, and architect. and later died 2,000 years after his death. Died 2,000 years after his death. Don't know what that means. Imhotep was the architect of sound and sleep, of the sound and sleep healing temple of Saqqara, where many people came to worship at his tomb in search of healing. That's interesting with the sound thing, because I had that sound vibration. He says, "Dear one, I am even more than you write about me, for I existed countless years in human form. I was an alchemist, and together with Tahuti, I knew the secrets of entering the halls of Amenti for healing and rejuvenation. Call on me for trance healing, and I will be there for you always." Amazing. So if you've got any healing to do, any heart healing, any physical healing, any emotional healing, any mental healing, call Imhotep in and see if he can help. Regarding your finances, it says that they will improve if you devote time to study healing, hypnosis, and alchemy, or seek it as a treatment. In love, it says seek your partner wisely and look for evidence of compassion and wisdom in their nature. So again, that vibration, if you've moved into a new vibration of who you are, you want to attract that match of energy. So wisdom, compassion. It says decide now if you want to stay with a present partner based on these qualities also. So we had that as well, that, you know, if you're in a relationship already, are you willing to transform that relationship, or is it time to cut that relationship loose? So it's that decision of, do I decide to stay and receive the healing, receive the therapy, receive that commitment that both of you will put in to try and regenerate what was there. It might be time to study again or find a suitable career, so that can be a new beginning as well, cutting away the old and stepping into the new, possibly some promotion for you. It says healing is possible using essential oils, energy healing, and hypnosis. Practice self-hypnosis for stress management. So that can be EFT as well, EFT tapping. That's a very good thing. You can find lots of EFT on YouTube and do that. Good fortune seems to bless you and your family. Dreaming your own future into existence is important. Do not rely on others for your success, as you only have the key to your greatness. And that's true as well. Dreaming your success, dreaming your life and success into your life is good to do for a period, but then you must take action, like we said. And know that it's for you. So it's your focus, your drive. What do you want? How do you want your relationships to look? It's important that you know. But for all types of healing and alchemy, Imhotep is who we will call on this week. And let's just do one more. So I hope that's resonated. I hope that's given you some comfort and confidence this weekend. Just thought I'd do a random, definitely a major shift in the energy. And I can feel that. I can feel that coming in. And it feels good. It feels good to clean things out. And, oh, okay. So there's a man coming in. There is a man coming out. Of course, he's not the most handsome man in that picture. But this is saying there's a man here for you. So it could be a man that you're currently in a relationship with. And this might be reigniting that energy with that person. Or if you're single, this can be a new man coming in to be that that new beginning, that fresh start. The romance angels are helping you with that. And it's got a little heart here in the card. Can you see that? There. So that would say that he's coming in with romance. And then we have the fox. So just be a little bit more cunning, be a little bit aware. You need just to have your wits about you. So the fox can point to someone who is, there's a need just for cunning and awareness and trusting that intuition, paying attention and notice the red flags, notice what's happening, notice if it is the toxic kind of love bombing, which then might want to kind of trap you and keep you as your sort of a puppet. Just be mindful of that. You need to be aware, certainly, of that. But it's 1 and 4, which is 5, and 5 is the number of change. Let's just do one more. One more for this romantic read, please, and then we will finish. Thank you all for staying for so long. What have we got? Oh! We have the ring. So there's engagement, there's commitment, there is jewelry being accepted, being gifted. This is the gift box. Where is the gift box? So you might be getting a little ring in a box that might be coming towards you, and this new commitment, this new energy. Let's see what it says actually for the ring. A promise, a dedication, union, marriage, and responsibility. It's primarily about strong relationships based on commitment, such as successful marriages and long-term partnerships. It indicates the necessity of responsibility and a serious approach to obligations and liabilities. And that's where you got to get clear. If you are trying to rejuvenate a relationship, get clear on the obligations, on the responsibilities, on the liabilities, on what you're prepared to do, on the work that needs to go in to you know, the diamond isn't just born, it's years and years of compressed carbon, you know. A diamond is not made overnight, it takes work. The ring can bring long awaited conclusion to mutually desired treaties or other agreements. It says it can show the dissolution of a relationship. So perhaps there is a man in this read. So if you're a guy out there, you might have to be a little bit more cunning, and there might be some ending or dissolution. Or it might be that you're a guy and you need to just be a little bit aware of what other people are, who they are, what, because it can be camouflage, a fox. So just be mindful of how people appear. It's not necessarily how they are. Because if you're going to commit to somebody, you want to be sure about who they are. And it says it suggests a wedding or a long and stable marriage. It signifies strong affections and a deep sense of love. The feelings may be new or possibly deepening in a serious relationship. With work, it can be about mutually beneficial cooperation and the conclusion of an agreement contract. It shows excellent partnership, teamwork, and possible joint venture. So again, it's that commitment to somebody, to a business partner, to an agreement, to something you've signed up for. A need to take care of one's health. Someone who can be trusted. Good, important social ties. Someone able to commit. Perfect. A really good card to end with. So I think with the new beginnings and the romance, angels helping, and we end up with the ring, so the engagement. So there may be an engagement announcement. There may be a marriage proposal coming your way, which is a massive new beginning. And so just be mindful of the attachment energy. This can be codependency, that over-attachment. Just be mindful of that, but it might be taking a risk moving forward in this new direction for happy families, because that's what we want to move towards. And we're leaving the past, we're leaving what didn't work, something wasn't working, so we're leaving that. We've healed the heart, we're working on our heart, and very much taking the swords out and leaving the pain behind, changing our perspective on life, turning it the right way around so we can see differently, because there's a lot of new choices coming in for us. And you know, I mentioned earlier the diamond again. So the diamond is here, and we have the diamond ring. So that's coming in. Lots going on. Really interesting read. So let me know how it goes for you. Let me know if any of that resonates. And if it comes to pass, because I'm reading this today, but it means that over the next couple of weeks, this might be relevant. Over the next month, this might be relevant. So just be aware of how you're feeling, aware of the energy. If you're having that declutter moment, if you're needing to kind of shift that energy, shift the energy in your home, in how you wear and how you feel. Because, you know, what you wear affects how you feel. So when you put on a beautiful outfit, you feel really good. And therefore it shifts your energy. So if you're putting on stuff that just feels awful and you know, you can't get into it anymore, it doesn't look anymore, it's a bit tatty or whatever, even though if it's a long held item, it might be time. Because if the new is coming in, new beginnings, fresh start, that means you got to feel different. You got to feel different. We want you to be feeling different so that you can go forward in this new way. But that might mean healing as well, because we have Imhotep coming in, bringing us the healing. Thank you. Lots of love. Take care. Leave a comment, subscribe, etc. If you stayed to the end, bless you. Thank you. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care.